Hi everyone, it's Cammie Dempsey and I've got my friend Ashley Walmer with me, and I just have to say, brag a little bit on you. She's a double diamond. She's been in since the middle of February and she has earned $35,000 in good bonuses. Her and her husband Mike are just rocking it out, and I wouldn't say it's because this is a get rich quick thing. It's because they're working stinking hard. I think they've had a party every night since the middle of February, and sometimes multiple times a day. So do you have to do that to be successful? No, but you get to decide, right? This is your business and you guys have been all in, and look at the rewards you're reaping. So many people say, I want the rewards, but I'm not really willing to do the work that gets those results. And some of you are doing the work that gets those results. So, keep the faith, stay focused, and you will. So here's why we're here today. It's June and we do a training at the beginning of every month. And I thought how powerful it would be, because of something you said, for us to just really break down why we use this party pad tool, why we use it, what we use it for, how we use it, why we do the things we do. And before we get started, what I want you to do is, number one, I want you to stop this right now and go to the training academy and do your training academy if you've never done it. And that's because that's the foundation of this business. The second thing I want you to do, if you have never done it, is to get a party pad, which you've got these in your kit. And I want you to print the party pad notes. And if you're in the US, print the party pad notes for the US, and so on and so forth, depending on where you're from.
And those are in your eSuite under a document library.
Yes. Yes. And here's the deal. The first few party pads I had, I literally hand wrote all the notes from the document. Now I guess I'm lazy and I literally just cut and tape it to the page that it needs to go on. So like when I'm on this page, the notes are in there. And then I actually even stole someone's virtual party notes on some of the products and things just to give me more. If somebody has more questions on something, I have it there. But again, I'm not a doctor. I was a school teacher. I am a stay-home mom. I'm a work-from-home mom. I am no professional medical scientist, and you don't have to be to do this business. And I'm not a business major, a marketing major. You don't have to be to do that. You just have to get excited about something. And I'll tell you what, if you're not using this tool to build your business is not growing as quickly as it should be. And that's the power of a duplicatable, simple tool. And the script that is in here and that has been written for you is there for you to put your personality to it. So we're going to kind of tell you how we put our personality to it. So do I think you need to have these for every party? No. Would I like you to have them? Yes. So as you can afford to do that, you should have a party pad for every single person, every guest at your party. And one of our team members puts a sticker on it that says show copy, and they collect it at the end of the party so that they're not just like sending them home.
They just get thrown away.
Yeah, they're not really a tool someone needs if they're not a business builder. And you get like 3 or 4 of these in your kit, don't you? Two. You get 2 of these in your kit, so you've got plenty. And what else was I going to say? If you run out of party pads or you can't afford them, take a laptop and you can literally just do there's a party pad presentation PowerPoint in the document library. And so you can just pull that up. And you don't even have to do that. This is how I sit at my parties. I sit like this and I hold it like this. So it's almost like a flip chart. And I do it whether they have party pads or not. It's just a habit. So there's a lot of things you can do here. Don't complicate it. So let's go ahead and walk them through it. You want to?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're newer, and I want to know, as a new person in this business, how has this helped you build your business? Or what do you think about this?
Yeah, when I first got started, I was like, oh, okay, that's awesome. I'm doing this business, but how do I do a party? And I love that, like she said, you can just go print out the notes. And then when I'm at a party and you're reading through it, you're teaching and showing other people that are sitting there going, oh, I kind of want to do this, but I don't know if I can do it. Look, guys, I'm just reading notes. Can you read? You can do this business too. So I love that part.
And you can say that.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not formal.
If you can read, you can do this business.
You know what I love about this business? If you can read, you can do this business too. See?
Look.
So, and have fun with it like that. I mean, I really think that's what makes this business
makes people laugh, and it kind of breaks it up to kind of put some jokes in there every once in a while. And so
I like that part. Okay, so one of the reasons we're doing this is because one of the things I've always done as a leader, and you're always learning, is I bring people and I go do parties for people and I bring them along and we do team wrap parties, because then I know they're watching me do it over and over and then they can just duplicate it. But what I realize is sometimes they're not understanding why you're doing what you're doing. And so it's important to point out some of those things. And Ashley started doing little trainings on the party pad for her team. And I thought, oh my gosh, all of our team needs that. And yet, I just think it's powerful to help get inside your mind because sometimes you don't know what the thought process is behind it. And if you follow me in any way, you've seen lately, I put out there that every time you talk to someone about this business, every time you put the wrap on them, maybe you get on a phone call with them, maybe it's a wrap party, maybe it's a one-on-one, this should be with you and you can go through this. And even as a Black Diamond, 9 years into this business, this is with me at every party. Look at what a hot mess this is. Like, it is like falling apart. Like, I just told her I got to tape it again because I got it like falling apart everywhere because I use it, and I use it at every party because I don't want them to think I can never be or do what she is.
Right.
And yet they watch me read and they go, oh, maybe I could do and be what she is because she's just reading from a catalog. So,
and you guys, if you only, guess what? Cami has a party pad video on YouTube that's like 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Memorize that. She goes through every single one of these things and just spends 30 seconds on each page. Like she said, whether you're at a one-on-one or talking to somebody briefly, if you only have 15 minutes, you need to be going through the party pad and just do what she does in the party pad video. I love that.
Oh, and that's what we do at 1 Team 1 Missions. We just talk a little bit more about the business. We emphasize more testimonies on the business and not as heavy on the products. But so what I want you to know is every time you sit down with someone, if you're not talking about the business, shame on you. You do not go a presentation, a one-on-one, a phone call without bringing up the fact, did you know you can do this as a business? The reason I started this as a business, or at least saying everybody always wonders what people are making and it works. This is the average income chart. So you need to talk about the money and the business if you want people to realize there's a business attached to this. If you're opening your party pad and getting to the part where you talk about the loyal customer program and the products and you stop there, that's why your business isn't growing. And I just want to encourage you to flip it over and continue on with the second side. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. We're just going to flip page by page and kind of give you a little bit of understanding why we do what we do. Ashley, I'll let you get started.
Okay. I think a big thing is when you first start, whether you're launching somebody, whether you're doing a wrap party for yourself or somebody on your team, is welcoming everybody there and just saying, hey guys, thanks so much for coming out to Cami's launch party tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to walk through a little bit of the products and the business side of things. So we're going to follow along on a party pad, and I handed each of you guys a product guide so you guys can kind of walk through me. I think that's important because then they have an idea of what's going to happen. Sometimes the host, if it's a brand new host, they don't want to talk. They're so scared. So as a leader and as somebody that's sitting there doing it, we need to welcome everybody and tell all the guests there thanks for coming. And then what we always do is we say, okay, who wants to play a game and win a free product? I want you guys to each grab out your phones, pull out your Facebook, and we're going to make a post. How this works is at the end of the game or at the end of the presentation, whoever has the most likes and comments wins. And I always do the same post every single time because that's duplicatable for my team. I know you switch it up sometimes, but I always say, OMG, I'm rapping, it's tingling, this is so crazy, and then tag the person who invited you here. So why do we do that? It's awesome. Okay, so what it does is at the very end, you maybe have a guest there that posted that and they have 3 or 4 friends going, what is that? I've never heard of it. What's tingly? What are you rapping? Some people might say, oh, is that the It Works rap? If you do it, I'm doing it with you. So the person that's at the party that is sitting there is thinking in their head, should I do this as a business? Am I going to be a little customer? They're trying to make decisions. And if they have a friend that says, oh, I rapped and I loved it, it's validating that. If they say, I would do it with you, it's validating that. So that's kind of, why we do the Facebook game. It's not for a free product.
Correct. And what if they don't have any interest in the business, but they had 8 likes and they're not signing up? Well, then you can go and message the people that liked and just say, have you ever heard of that crazy rap thing? Have you ever tried the It Works rap? Something just very simple to see. Maybe they're interested and you wouldn't know if you didn't try. So it's like, the old school party plans way of the hostess and getting all the contacts at the party. Same idea. We're just using social media. And the other day I did a party where not one person there had Facebook. They all had Instagram. So we did it on Instagram.
Perfect.
Yep. So I think don't let that stop you. I mean, do it on Instagram, do it on Facebook, do it on Twitter.
Right.
Figure out what they have and do it. And if they don't have it, then encourage them to get it.
And make sure you tag the hostess because that's how because you're probably friends with the hostess, can go and help them comment and things like that. That's why we do the tagging.
Okay, so when we start, and I don't know if you said this, I apologize if you did, say why you joined. Yeah. Why did you join? You should talk about your business, like I said, 3 times minimum every time you use this party pad demonstration. And so the first easy no-brainer time, and if you have to make a note on this because you'll forget, if you're nervous like I was, then just put in there, tell why I started. I don't know if you realize, I don't go in my parties and say, I'm a black diamond and a multimillionaire. You should join my team. No, I never say that. Instead, I say, I started this business because we were expecting our first child and I wanted to be home. And I was a teacher. I didn't want to be at school raising everybody else's kids while somebody was raising mine. And so I thought I might as well do a home-based business because the schedule's flexible. And so, you know, I don't say what I'm doing today. Now, if somebody asks me, we tell them, but I simply say why I joined this business. What did I do? What did I want? Maybe, you know, you all know, so we won't even go into that, but I talk about why I joined this business. And then right away, Ashley, I go into the fact that I'm like, okay, so who's rapping? And that's in your notes. Who's rapping? How does it feel? I show the dried out rap, and then I start showing areas of my body where you can rap as I follow along with the notes where it talks about the different places you can rap. Mm-hmm. Feel free to jump in or interrupt me anytime.
I think one thing that's not in the party pad that we always say is 1 rap is a treat, 4 is a treatment, and 12 is a transformation. And then I always equate it to like teeth whitening. Like, how many people here have done teeth whitening kits? You put it on every day for 30 days, but you don't expect the results from day 1 that you get from day 30. I think a lot of people have lots of questions about their app. How long does it take? When do you get to see the results back? And I just like to make them so that, or have it in their mind that they're not going to see plastic surgery results from 1 wrap. You need to finish the treatment. Some of you need to do a transformation depending on what your goals are from what you want out of it.
Well, and some of you are going, well, I saw plastic surgery results in 1. Well, then great. That's a bonus, but that's not the majority. And so we want to under promise and over deliver. And that's kind of what she's saying here. So, you know, talk about the you know, how easy it is to apply. If there's people rapping, say, how does it feel? And then, you know.
So this page is all about what the rap is. So where you put it, what it looks like, what it feels like. And then you say, okay, guys, go ahead and turn the page. You'll see a great before and after picture there. We're going to talk about what the rap does.
And then again, read the bullets, read what it says on your thing. And if you want to then say what it did for you, this is where I say, you know, the lady that I bought wraps from told me that 90% see results in 45 minutes. I, however, did not, and I was very discouraged. And then I talk about the first time I wrapped. And so talk about your experience, or talk about the first time I wrapped Ashley. It doesn't have to even be you, but that's where you can give a wrap testimony, a wrap story. And if you have one of yourself, if you have your own before and after pictures, sometimes I like to pull this out and go, I was wrapping a mom of 5 in her mid-20s, and literally after 1 wrap, her skin was lifted and like all this saggy skin was gone. But I show them, and that's a great place for you to show before and after pictures.
Yep, absolutely. And then this is where I talk about too, drinking a lot of water. And a lot of times at parties, sometimes people aren't drinking water, they're drinking wine or things like that. So I always want to encourage people, make sure you're drinking water, a lot of it throughout that 72 hours. You take your body weight, divide it by 2. That's how much a normal person should drink in ounces every day. So you're just going to want to up it, because if you're not drinking water, those toxins that are getting released from the wrap aren't going to work. So people will bloat and won't see results. So I always want to tell them that right away, because we want them to see results.
I also say, you know, we're not saying this replaces exercise, and we're not saying this is, you don't have to diet anymore. No, if you do those things, your results will probably be even better. They are site specific. This isn't, you know, how many of you are exercising all the time, but you still have an area, or you still have cellulite or whatever. How many of you don't even want to go to the gym because you're not seeing any results, so you get discouraged? Great reason why you should be using the wrap. So I give a couple other examples, and then I actually lead into the defining gel on this page. I'm like, okay, so this is what it does. Do you want to know how to make it do it better, to keep it longer, to get the lasting results that you know that you want to see? And then I bring out the defining gel, and when I'm showing the defining gel, I then go around the room and give a little bit on each hand. I let them feel it, smell it, especially if there's somebody there that's not wrapping. They're seeing it, they're smelling it. I've had people look at what the defining gel does in a few minutes and go, oh, I need to wrap, or oh my gosh, I need some of this stuff. So I let people touch and feel and taste and smell it. Not taste it, they probably shouldn't taste the defining gel. That's kind of weird. I might get in trouble for saying that. Yeah, don't be sniffing it either. Well, you can sniff it, but don't, like, you know. So, and then I talk about the defining gel there, and that's our flagship product. So I make sure people know this is what it works on the map. While I believe, and then this is where I talk about the business again. So you guys can use this if you want. I am a believer in the network marketing business model. I believe that it's a great way to create wealth. It's a great way to even maybe just have flexibility in your schedule. But at the end of the day, I am looking for a company that has something that nobody else has. And this It Works wrap is, nobody has anything like it. And so it sets us apart. If they're going to buy a wrap, they're buying it through me or another distributor. They can't go to the store and buy it. So I'm making an emphasis on, I offer a unique sizzle product, and what I have is set apart. And I think that adds, confidence in what we're promoting.
Absolutely.
So should we flip the page?
Yep. So go ahead and flip the page. So we're going to talk about the rest of our products. We're not going to talk about every single one. Just a couple. We're going to highlight a couple of our top selling products. So I like to tell people that way they don't expect me to go through everything. And then I'll always say, if you have other questions, if I don't cover something, definitely ask.
And if you have other distributors in the room, maybe this is an opportunity where you all talk about a different product. So you're kind of tossing it up a little bit. Or when you say, this is my favorite product, they can say, well, my favorite product is. Now, depending on what country you're in, the products you offer are different. So I'm in the US, and so we have, 3 different product lines. And I tell people that. I'm like, It Works is made up of 3 different types of products. The body contouring wrap, but we also have lifestyle products for weight loss, wellness, energy, and then we also have a skincare line. And so then they know we do have 3 parts. A lot of people think all we are is a wrap. So right there, the light bulb goes on. Oh, they have more than a wrap. And that's a big deal for a lot of people, because I think I had someone tell me last night that as much as she loves the wraps, she's joined because of the greens. And so you want to make sure people are very familiar with the fact that we're not just a wrap. And if all you do is wrap them, talk about the wrap, and then try to get them as a customer, they don't know we have other products, and they don't know there's a business here. So
you're missing the boat.
Yep. Also, you can taste your greens. You can let people try the greens. You can let people watch the Fat Fighter demo. You can put a little bit of the exfoliating peel on. If they're doing facials, do the exfoliating peels. Let people experience that. Lifting lip and eye cream, a little bit around the eyes. You don't have to do a lot, just a little, and do a few of the products and know ahead of time what you're going to do. I will tell you this. If I'm in a room with a bunch of young people, I am all about the Fat Fighter, the ThermoFit, maybe the protein shake. If I'm in a room with older people, I'm hitting like lifting lip and eye cream. What else?
The exfoliating peel.
The new you. And not to say I'm not hitting those with young people too, but especially kind of read your audience.
Yep. And make sure you can either do it at the very beginning of talking about the rest of the products, or at the end. I like to do it in the beginning. Just highlight the loyal customer program. Talk about a couple of the bullet points of why you want to be a loyal customer, what that looks like, and then go through those products.
Now, when you're on this page, let me just remind you, this page, loyal customer program. This is where if you haven't already given them a product flyer, give them one now. And I believe you're missing the boat if there's not a customer form minimum in there, but I would include a customer and a distributor form.
You guys can print them off back to back. So I have the loyal customer form on one side and the distributor form on the back.
Let's pretend like I do, because that's a really good idea.
That way you're not wasting a bunch of paper when you make copies.
But, and I know, can they sign them up on their cell phones?
Absolutely.
But what if you have a huge party, or what if you're there by yourself and you don't have support? People are not going to wait in line, and you're going to lose people. So if you have the forms sitting there, they'll fill them right out and leave them with you.
And here's the other thing. How many of you guys have been to a party where they do that, and as you're going through the products, you're writing down what you want? So if you have a loyal customer form in that product guide, they're going to start highlighting and writing down and filling out that order form before they even leave. They've already started the process.
Now, I let them know they can take this home. That's a catalog. It has everything in it. When I talk about the 3 things, that's where I really highlight all 3 things. And then I let them know, like she said, if you have any questions, let me know. Now, so you're introducing the loyal customer program there. Now, this is where I love to say, all right, now I want to switch gears here for a minute. And I say that. I want to switch gears here for a minute. I want to talk to you about the business. I don't say somebody asked me about the business. I say I want to talk to you about the business side of It Works, and the income potential there is here to earn with us. So then I say, now flip over your book. And I actually tease, I say it's like a transformer. I have boys, so it's like a transformer to me. And I say, turn to the page that says join the party. And then I say exactly what's on the catalog here. I read the note, and I just literally go, join the party. And that's what having your own It Works business is like. We have so much fun. It's so much more than just a business. I have made the most amazing friends. I've had more fun. I've traveled the world. that's where I just say it's a party. And then I flip the next page and I say, so what does it take to build a business with It Works? And then I personally, this is another time where I talk about the business. Mm-hmm. I say this one of the things I love most about this business is the simplicity behind building it. I said, I've never done sales before. I've never done anything like this before. How many people in the room, their objection is going to be, I'm not a salesperson. I don't know how to do network marketing. Well, guess what? You've just totally taken away that objective when you say, I've never done sales before, or I'm not a salesperson, or you say the simplicity. They give you the step-by-step program to unlock every penny in the compensation plan. You're taking away those objections. So that's how I introduce that. And then I just personally read. This one, I switch it to this one, and I read step 2 and I read step 3. Now, before we do that, one thing I want to point out about step 1. I say it's $99 to join. You'll get a box of wraps for free. You'll get some marketing tools, and I show them a few marketing tools, and you get a website. And it's free for your first month. That's what I say. It's free for your first month. And then I say there are some add-on packages. When you get started, I will walk you through what those are, because they're a great deal on some extra products that you're going to want to have to build your business. Number 1, I'm making an assumption. I'm using words that say when you. Number 2, I am not telling them what's in the booster kit right there. Mm-hmm. You're going to lose them. That's the teacher in me. Don't break down the thing. Don't tell them all about the auto ship or what they could do with their auto ship. Don't tell them all about the $20 website fee. I'm not saying we're hiding it. I'm saying you do that when you're signing them up. When you're walking through that process, don't overwhelm them. What do you say about an overwhelmed mind?
A confused mind says no. So keep it simple.
Yeah, very much so. I say a confused mind is a paralyzed mind. That must be a Marxism. All right, so step 1 is join. And we just quickly say that. Step 2 is wrap rewards. I tell them about the free 120 in product, and I tell them about the wrap reward program. I tell them how powerful wrap cash is. Mm-hmm. Most people have no idea that we make wrap cash. And we just had a new girl that in her first 4 weeks in the business made enough wrap cash that she paid for 2 car payments and 2 insurance payments. Now, I'm telling you, if you say that at your party, there are women there that night that need $200 to go grocery shopping. Yep. I'll never forget Lori Conway said, I need nail money. I can make $200 a month for nail money.
I love it.
And so, again, tell stories. Stories are much more like they engage people. If you know someone that's making wrap cash, if you made wrap cash, I'll never forget when someone told me once, wrap cash is their ATM. When the kid says, I need new shoes, she says, go sell 4 wraps. Right. And then we'll have money for shoes. So people don't realize how much power there is in wrap cash. And for those of you watching, if you're not keeping track of your wrap cash, you have no idea how much money you're really making. Right. Didn't you have someone this month that made $3,000 as an emerald, and that included wrap cash?
Included wrap cash. Yep.
So let's go ahead. Step 3. What do you say for step 3?
Well, before I get to step 3, when I get there, I'll say, so step 1, kind of remind them. So step 1 is get started, $99. Step 2 is find 4 loyal customers. And that's really easy because after you've joined, you're going to wrap, you're going to get results. There's going to be people that want to be your loyal customers. And then there's going to be people that want to make money with you. So step 3 is just starting to build your team. We want you to go Ruby. That is finding 3 people. And then I say my objection right here. I handle it. I say, I know when I first got started, I was really nervous. I told Cammie, I don't know 20 people. I don't know maybe 5 people that would do this. And she said, I bet you know 3. I bet you have a cousin, a coworker, and a friend that would do this business with you. And I say that right then and there because it helps them. There's going to be somebody sitting there going, I don't know a lot of people. I don't have a lot of friends. So it kind of takes that objection away. And then we talk about what it takes to go Ruby. Find 3 friends and help one of those 3 find 2.
And when somebody's sitting on the fence and they still don't believe you, pull up their Facebook game and say, look at how many people are commenting on
you. You had 8 likes.
Yeah, exactly. So right now we're running a Ruby promotion. We don't know when that's going to be run. We don't know when that's not going to be run. If it's anything like the good bonuses that It Works is the home of, some months that's being offered, some months it's not. So that doesn't mean we still can't tell you right now that if the Ruby bonus is going on, you tell them right now. The cool thing is when you complete step 3 in your first 30 days, you're eligible for that Ruby bonus. So, play it all in together, but then say, now listen, everybody always wants to know what people are making and It Works.
Can I stop you for just a second? Yep. If there's not a bonus going on, guys, Ruby's $500 to $600 a month, and you know that because you're in the business. So right then, and before you even get to that average income chart, say, and when you do this, that is an average of $500 to $600 a month. what happens if the bank was depositing $500 or $600 of extra money into your bank account right now? And have them just stop and think and dream for a minute, not even about the bonus, just the average annual income of extra money.
The impact that that makes.
Yeah.
That's
what would that do for
join.
you? And ask that question. What would that do for you and your family?
Yeah.
It makes them think.
Absolutely. All right. So now we're switching over to the average income chart. Again, if you don't have party pads in all of their hand, you better show them this. And you get it in front of their face and you just say, this is the average income chart of annual earnings per level. That doesn't mean everybody's making this much automatically. It means some are making higher, some are making lower, but the average at this level are making these incomes. It's pretty profound to a lot of people. I hit the Ruby right away. So just like we talked about Ruby, it's about 5,000 to 6,000 extra every year. Gosh, that's a couple of vacations that, and I give them a couple scenarios. I know when I joined, I needed to replace my teaching income. And in order to do that, I needed to be a double diamond. And that's about 55,000 a year. That was actually making more than I was making as a teacher. So I knew I needed to get to this level as quickly as possible. And then you just go through and give a few examples of each of those, because I think it just blows people's mind, because this was updated at the end. It was updated at the end of 2013. So this is very new. And I think because the good bonuses and Ruby bonuses, these are under average. But again, even if they're right on the money, they're awesome.
Right.
All right. So what else do I do on this page? I'm pretty quick on that page. If the good bonus is happening, I talk about the good bonus on this page. And I use the flyer that comes in. Like I might use something like this, or I might use like the good bonus flyer where I pull that out and just show that. But that's where I talk about that. And if they don't, I do talk about the company here. I do have about 3 facts about the company. It's debt-free. It went debt-free in 2008. The owners, that's the joys of being outside. The owners used to be in the field. They've been leaders in this industry before, so they know what it's like to be in the business. Gosh, what was something that was important for you? Because you had done another company before.
Field leadership, and that's Cami, but that's also, we have amazing training in this business, whether it's the It Works You in your back office, or getting to One Team, One Missions, or reaching out to your uplines. We have so many things in place to help you succeed. And one of the things that we both always say is you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And I knew when I jumped in, when I made this, leap of faith or, investment in myself, I wanted to know that somebody was going to help me do it. And that's where you can highlight the fact that this company is amazing. So it's a good business decision, but then we also have people that are going to come alongside of you and help you do it. You might need to reach up if you're thinking to yourself, oh, my sponsor's not that awesome, they're not helping me. Well, just reach out, because somebody will help you. The great thing about our comp plan is we get rewarded and paid for when we build teams of people. So I love that. We are not just on to the next person and on to the next person. We are financially rewarded when we help other people make money and when we help other people hit their goals. So that's something that I always talk about right there.
And I just have to say, I'm not just financially rewarded. I have met the most amazing people. I've learned so much from you, Ashley. I know you've only been in for 3 months, but your experience from another business before, just your experience as a cheerleading coach, as a mom, as a wife, this business is so much more than just wraps and making money, but that's why we get into business, right? So I do switch from that page and I just simply say, so that's it. I mean, that's all there is. Now the choice is up to you. And I flip to this next page and I say, let's recap here for a minute. If you're looking at these products and you want to get them at a wholesale price, and again, I hit a few bullets about the loyal customer program. I don't know about you guys, but I relate it to a Sam's Club or a Costco member. But I say It Works is so cool that they'll waive your membership fee. And that people can relate to that, and they're not afraid of the auto ship side of it, and I let them know they have full control. It's not like once they sign up, their life is gone or they've signed their life away. So I let them know about the loyal customer, and then I say, and then for those of you that think a few people that want to use these products, or a few people that need to make extra money, or you just need extra money, or maybe you need the time, the time with women. Maybe you need the time out. Maybe you need some fun in your life. Some people join this business for fun, making their own money, girl time. There's other things besides just money. So I just add a few of those, or I say, if you're like me and you want to have options, you want to have choices. When I got my first job and I got that first paycheck, I realized one of two things was going to happen. I was either going to need to raise my income to match my dreams, or I was going to have to shrink my dreams to match my income. And I just couldn't imagine doing that, especially when we started our family. I didn't want to say no to my kids. And so I think you need to get in touch with some heart reasons why you joined this business and not be afraid to share that, because it's like a testimony, and it's like you're sending out a life, what do you call those, life preservers, out to somebody who's drowning, and they don't know what tomorrow's going to look like. And this opportunity could be exactly what they needed, and God brought them to that party. And I think you need to remember that we're not bugging people, we're offering an opportunity to people, and God brought these people to your party for a reason. And if we're not sharing, somebody else will. He doesn't need us, but he wants to use us if we're willing to be used. So anything else? So
how I close out is I say, okay guys, you have a choice to make. Do you see yourself, I make it clear, do you see yourself as a loyal customer getting these great products at 40% off?
I like that.
Using these great products? Or do you see yourself using these awesome products, getting them at a discount, and making money? Then you want to sign up as a distributor. And then I'll say this was the choice that we had, Mike and I had 3 months ago, or whatever, how long you've been in it. This is a choice that I had. And I thought to myself, you know what? Yep, I like these products. I'm going to be using them. So why not be a distributor and earn a little bit of extra money? That's your guys' choice. And then just to close it out, because I think some people go, okay, how do I what do I say, transition? I say, oh, like I forgot and I didn't forget. Oh, let's check our Facebooks. Who won our Facebook game? And
I
then,
always do forget, honestly.
Do you?
I'm like, oh yeah, we played that game.
Yeah, and that just kind of is a fun way to close it out. And then you can say, okay, let's go get your guys' results. This is the best part. I want to unwrap you guys, and we can sit here and chat and talk. And that's where you be very intentional with closing people. And that's a whole nother, we could do a video on that, how to close people in the wrap room. But
one thing you say, and I just want them to hear it. One thing that Ashley always says is, when we had the choice 3 months ago, we thought, for $99, I mean, you said that other thing, but then you said, but for $99, worst case scenario is our abs are tighter, toner, and firmer, and we've spent $99. Well, we've spent $99 on a lot of things. Best case scenario, this does work, and it changes our lives. And so you do always say that on top of that, and I think that's pretty powerful. Excuse me, I've began implementing that into my own presentations. And so it's $99. It's no risk investment. And so, be bold, say these things, implement, you're not going to do a party like me. I'm not going to do a party like Ashley. Ashley's not going to do a party like Denise Walsh, but we're all going to do our own little thing, but we follow the same format. So it is duplicatable. It is a system. Have fun with it. Implement a few things because it's just going to enhance what you're doing. We're always watching each other and other people's presentations, trying to think of, oh, I could add that into my presentation. So have fun with it. Don't take yourself too seriously. And the first one you do, call it a practice party. It takes the pressure off. The second one you do, call it a practice party if you want. By the third one, you're going to be rocking and rolling. You're going to be calling us with tips on how to run our parties. So have fun with this, and thanks for chiming in.
Bye, guys.